What is your number one piece of advice for sustaining growth long term? Dania, I would love to start with you.
Well, what comes to mind right away is always reconnecting with the why. Why do we do things? Why is it important? And yes, issues can happen in life, but when, for instance, for me, it's when it's about helping people, and I know it can be tough, but if I can help one person changing one small area in their lives, this brings joy. And, after this conversation, it's like, wow. So it's really about that. Let's do things with passions because we really want, to empower people.
One step for sustainable growth.
Hmm. For me, sustainability is around cultivating our presence, because if we're not present in our lives, then it doesn't really matter what's happening externally. So for me, the biggest opportunity for us is to keep coming back. And from that place of presence, we'll be able to see what's in our highest growth. Maybe sometimes the focus is on external business, sometimes on relationships, sometimes on family, sometimes on different things. So being able to be present and flexible and adjusting ourselves to where we want to grow.
Thank you so very much for that. Peter, how about you? What is your number one piece of advice for sustaining growth over the long term?
You enter every consultation you have with a potential client as a conversation, not as a sales call. It's a conversation, okay? No expectations, no presumptions, and more important than else, no hidden agendas.
Wow, I couldn't agree anymore. Dr. Annika, how about you? One piece of advice for sustaining long-term growth.
I'll come back to my writing things down, and I see that making those small steps and writing them down in what you could call a diary. I mean, I'm not talking about writing long stories each day, but maybe the numbers that Paul talked about, all those little things. And if you do that on a constant basis, more or less every day, then you will be able to go back and see what have I done, how much have I grown, where did it go wrong, and so it's some kind of because you can't remember it in your head, you have to put it down and don't complicate it. A small diary with short notes every day.
Thank you so much for that. And our wonderful host today, Elena, what is one piece of advice to sustain long-term growth?
My one piece of advice will be embrace the challenges and failure, because
Mm,
every challenge has also positive in it. According to the law of the opposite, there is the equivalent amount of positive if every negative. So if you go through challenges, and leaders and growth is always will be accompanied with the challenges, so understand that you can focus on positive, what it can give you, how you can grow from it, what you can learn, and never shrink and expand and grow and reach your biggest dreams.